Hey guys, this is Kai from WCC, and today we're going to talk about why it's not a dumb idea to bring a dumb deck to a tournament. Now, what do I mean by dumb deck? So, Vanguard at its core is a game about making decisions, and whoever makes the better decisions throughout the course of the game usually comes out on top. So, a good player will prefer long games because there's usually more decisions that can be made, and they can basically just make better decisions than their opponent and eventually just come out with the win. Now, with the dumb deck, you're compressing the game to a state where there's a low amount of decisions that can be made for both players. So that means the game will usually be fast. For you have less decisions that you have to make, so you don't have to. If you're not as good as your opponent, you only have to make several correct decisions before you win. And then, like for the opponent, they don't have as many decisions as they can to actually come out on top. In fact, their decisions are limited because of what you're doing. So they just don't have the options to actually like do good decisions. So an example of this would be something like in standard, would be something like Kagura. You're just drawing waterfalls. Your opponent really can't do much because he just can't guard like 3 waterfalls. For premium, it'll be something like Gold Paladins. Gold Paladin goes first, you draw Bowmans and like a 1 Rezel, and that's like good game. Something like Gize as well, like you trigger well, and then your opponent really can't do anything. But those are just some examples in the format at the moment. Old examples would be something like Sanctuary Guard Dragon, where you're just stay on grade 2, and when the time is right, just ride grade 3 and stride and just destroy your opponent. 7 Seas, etc., etc. So, why would you want to bring a dumb deck to a tournament, right? So, lots of reasons. One is that if you're not confident in the format, if the best deck in the format could be like Night Rose, okay, or Bermuda, or Gear Chronicle, something that requires extra thought because it has like combo plays or something like that, and you're just not comfortable with playing a hard deck at this tournament simply because you just haven't figured it out, or you just didn't have time to prepare, or you're sick, you have like chronic diarrhea, you need to go to the toilet very often. A dumb deck, because it's fast, you probably just finish the game really quickly. If you're against a good opponent, there's actually nothing much they can do if you just do your strategy, finish the game in like 15 minutes and just like go to the toilet for the next 30 minutes or whatever. A dumb deck, if you're not confident, will at least allow you to compete in the meta. Another thing is that if you're afraid of tournament fatigue, this is a big thing. It's in like an American tournament, you can go for like 8-9 rounds before like top cut. If you're playing a hard deck, by the 7th round you might get really tired simply because the amount of hours are spent at this tournament playing this game, having to calculate everything. If it's real, if you get tired, at least with a dumb deck, there is not much to think about. If you're playing a hard deck, you're going to have to calculate, you're going to make mistakes, more chances to make mistakes, and that might just cost you the game, okay? So, you don't get extra points for coming first with a hard deck, or a combo deck, or innovative deck. You just come first, and that's you come first by beating everyone else. And if the dumb deck will beat everyone else, that's what you should bring. Other thing is like Springfest right now, you have to bring 3 decks, 3 players. You have to figure out what your 3 decks are, and it's not always going to be hard decks. Likewise, you have to figure out who the 3 players are, and they might not always be the same skill level. One person might be weaker than the other 2 simply because, it's not his format or he's been busy. Give him the dumb deck. Give the weaker player the dumb deck. Put him where all like give him Gold Paladin, then put him against like where you think all the good players will sit, and hopefully he just snags wins, right? Because even though he's not as good against a good player. There's not much a good player can do against these dumb decks, yeah? So you have to remember the tournament. When you're going to the tournament, it's about playing to win. It's not playing to show off. If the dumb deck allows you to get this win, that is the correct choice, okay? It's not always the best deck in the format. That is the deck that you should take to the tournament. It's the deck that you're comfortable with and the deck that you know you can win with. And if it is the dumb deck, then it is a smart idea to bring that dumb deck, okay? So that's Kai with WCC, the quick theory craft video or whatever. We'll be doing more videos of this soon, so I'll see you in the next video.